Hop in that whip, yo, I got places to go. People to see, time is precious. I look at my Cartier out of control. Just like my mind where I'm going. The women, the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming. My pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night, cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot, cause we ballin' and spittin' up Patron every hour. Look, mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goody power.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top of the pole, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. From the top of the pole, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. Hey, shawty must know I'm the man. My money lover like a #1 fan. Don't open my mouth, let her talk to my fans. My Benjamin Franklin's. A couple of grands, I got rubber bands. My paper planes making a dance. Get dirty all night, that's part of my. We building castles that's made out of. She's amazing, on fire blazing, hotter than Cajun. Girl, won't you move a little closer? Time to get paid, it's maximum wage. That body belong on a poster. I'm in the days, that bottom is waving at me like, damn it, I know you. You run the show like a gun out of holster. Tell me whatever and I'll be your gopher.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top of the pole, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be.
feel, and all that you love, and all that you hate, all you distrust, all you save, and all that you give, and all that you deal, and all that you buy, beg, borrow, or steal, and all you create, and all you destroy, and all that you do, and all that you say, and all that you eat, and everyone you meet, and all that you slight, and everyone you fight, and all that is now, and all that is gone, and all that's to come, and everything under the sun is in view, but the sun is eclipsed by the moon.
From a very basic standpoint, when I first looked at this imagery, I couldn't help but notice. Starting from the base of the symbol as it works up, you see the sword itself starts to disintegrate into all of these different symbols. What's most interesting is the symbol they chose at the top, or it's the symbol at the end of the road. All of these symbols leading to the dove of peace. Peace and security, peace and safety. But what comes after that? Saturn.
Enter the stars, and you think that they don't recognize the number 88? Cineglobe is a film festival going on at CERN from March 24th to March 29th, the 88th day of the year. Free entry, ages 8 to 88. And here is a close-up shot. 8 to 88. Unbelievable. Do you think that 88 does not mean anything?
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
What's this? What's this?
What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour!
Ah, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Doc, you disintegrated Einstein.
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. Unfortunately, no. It requires something with a little more kick. Plutonium.
Plutonium. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that this sucker is nuclear?
This sucker's electrical, but I need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21 gigawatts of electricity I need. Marty, I'm sorry, but the only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
What did you say?
A bolt of lightning. Unfortunately, you never know when or where it's ever gonna strike.
We do now.
This is it. This is the answer. It says here that a bolt of lightning is going to strike the clock tower at precisely 10:04 p.m. next Saturday night. 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. That is when the world will end.
But personally, I'm guessing the reason this painting was chosen is more about the circumstances under which it was painted. It's entitled Fight Between a Tiger and a Buffalo, and it was completed by French artist Henri Rousseau in 1908. And according to the Cleveland Museum of Art, Rousseau worked on the painting while he was in prison for fraud. And the thing is Rousseau himself never left France. So we're told that his inspiration for this tropical jungle scene was all done purely from his imagination after reading travel books and visiting the local botanical gardens. So what you have in essence is a man who's never been to the jungle himself, painting something purely from his imagination while locked in a prison cell. And that's the artwork they chose to introduce you to this meta, which I feel is more than a little disturbing. It's a life much like the one the World Economic Forum and its Great Reset describes for all of us in the future, where we won't really be expected to leave our homes for work or school or hanging out with family or visiting or travel. I mean, they're talking about that all the time now. But that's okay, right? Because using our VR goggles in the meta, we can go anywhere.
You're going to really feel like you're there with other people.
This is the dimension of imagination.
But back to this commercial, there's a lot more going on here than just a tiger attacking a buffalo in the uncanny valley of oversized jungle plants and googly-eyed dancing animals. After these people venture out into the painting a little ways, they're greeted by an owl, which a lot of people know as a symbol of wisdom, but which the Taschen book that Zuckerberg owns points out is actually known the world over as the consort of death. And in the water, we see what looks like a gate, and the reflection of that gate in the water makes a hexagonal structure. And beyond it, taking up most of the sky, is Saturn. The hexagon being an appropriate symbol for Saturn if you've ever seen pictures of its pole. In other words, it looks like we're being invited to the portal of Saturn.
I'm excited to announce that the Rockstar Games classic Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is in development for Quest 2. This new version of what I think is one of the greatest games ever made will offer players an entirely new way to experience this iconic open world in virtual reality.
Because I guess they want people to be able to smack a hoe, right? In this immersive virtual world.
You know, the mystery of Saturn surrounds the creation of everything out of nothing. Saturn is very much this death and rebirth place, but it's not death for death's sake, at least if you follow the Greek mythology. You know, it's death for the sake of a rebirth. Hades and the underworld, that's for people. That's where spirits go to hang out after they die and kind of evolve into a sorting out of the good and bad and Elysium and Tartarus and all that. But Saturn is more like an obliteration, a back to the primordial forces, Kronos eating his children, and Uranus. Those were titans in the primordial state of reconfiguring the raw materials of life. And that's the type of death and rebirth that Saturn signifies.